There you go. Okay, so we're going to go over the 7 steps of network marketing. I saw in the chat now that some people were plugged into the GoPro event this week with Eric Warren, and this is his 7 steps of network marketing, how to master this business, basically. I won't be able to see the chat during this call, probably. So Joey, I'll let you handle that as well. Thank you very much. But let's just jump straight into it. So there's, like I said, 7 steps to it. And if you master these skills, guys, your business will thrive. Again, it might not happen today. It might not happen this week. Probably won't, and probably won't even happen this month, but eventually it will if you keep bettering yourself on these skills and focusing on them. It's not complicated. Don't overcomplicate it. Just master these skills and you'll do great and your business will do great. Okay. So we have on the screen, if you don't have this written down already, or if you are not quick enough, please just take a screenshot so you have these saved. And if you don't already have a notebook in front of you or your phone to take notes on, please do that right now. Because this information is not just for you. It is for every single person on this call, but it's also for you to be able to deliver this information to your future team, okay? So you always have to think for your future team or your current team as well. You want to master this information and these skills so you can then teach it to your team, okay? So the first steps is finding prospects, finding people that wants to join your business. You constantly have to keep growing your contact list. So we usually call it VIP list. Yeah. You constantly want this list to grow. You want to get to know new people. You need to start new conversations so that you always have people to add onto this list. This is how your business will also constantly grow. Okay. The second one is inviting prospects. So the first one, you find prospects. Yeah. The second one, you invite them. Okay. You reach out to these people, you're friendly, you need to be professional, but also, of course, not too professional. You still need to be friendly and inviting. You want to like, how do you even say this? Like catch their attention, basically. Yeah. Um, have them look at information about the business, about this trading that we're doing, about the platform. Yeah, you want them to look at the information. I'm so sorry. I have a cat here. My phone's ringing. Sorry. Um, yeah, we're not here to sell, okay? I always repeat this every time someone starts as a become an affiliate, starts as an affiliate, okay? It's so important to understand that we're not here to sell. We're not trying to sell this opportunity. We're not trying to sell any products or sell anything. We're just trying to open the door. We're trying to give them an opportunity. If they want to take it, lovely. Great for them, great for you. If they don't want it, that's fine too. Maybe they will later, maybe they won't. That doesn't really matter, okay? We're here to share the opportunity to those who actually want it. The third one is presenting the business. So show your prospects the information and using tools such as videos, Zoom calls, events. So for example, we have the Why Network Marketing call by Chris Kitanos. This is something I always send out to people that ask me about network marketing. Because why would I try to explain it? Like, okay, now I might be able to, but why would I try to do that when we have Chris Kitanos that can do it? He's a 100K a month earner. He's mastered network marketing. Do you think that you or him can explain it better? Just drop a number 2 if you think that you can explain it better than Chris Gitanos. I just hope I don't see any twos. Okay, Joey. No. Lovely. We love the confidence, though. We love the confidence. But yeah, we don't want anyone's long explanations or complicated explanations. We need to make it easy. We make it simple to understand, and we want to make it as short as possible. And this is why we use our tools that we have. We use the videos that we have. We use the calls that we have. You don't have to do it yourself. Just use the system so that the people that you on board basically that you use the system for so that they can then duplicate you and just use the system as well. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Fourth milestone, following up. Most people need several exposures, and I always use Mr. Bonds as an example here. So for you that didn't know, I think it was 7 times that Chris actually followed up with Josh before he started into this industry again. So he was in the industry, he quit, and Chris followed up with him 7 times before he actually started again. Would you say it was worth it to follow up? Would you think it's worth it for you to follow up 7 times to get like to get someone say no to you 6 times if they might say yes the seventh time and it's a Mr. Bonds that joins your business? Would you say it's worth it to follow up 7 times and get, how do you even say it, like declined, denied 6 times? Definitely, yes, yes, yes. I think everyone would love a Mr. Bonds in their team, yeah? And you never know who's gonna be that person for you. So you always want to follow up even with the people that's skeptical, even with the people that says no, even with the people that don't answer, okay? Fifth one, help prospects. So support them as they decide whether to become a customer or join a business. Your role is to guide, not to pressure. So basically, you just help them, give them the information they need, give them the confidence that they need to start. Basically, just give them everything they want until they're confident enough to start. Sometimes you might need to give them more information. Sometimes you might need to give them a confidence push. Sometimes you might need to give them a perspective. There, this cat, man. Sorry. Yeah, so basically just find an understanding in what it is that they're missing, what they need, and then give that to them. And once they become customers, this is the sixth one. Obviously, help the new customers, help them get onboarded, help them get into the system, plug them into the system, help them understand everything, and basically give them a good start so they can also get quick results. And that's when they will most probably stay. Yeah. And the seventh one, promote events. This is so important, guys. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for events. Josh wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for events. Sammy wouldn't be where she is today if it wasn't for events. Same goes for basically every single leader. Okay? Events changes life. That's not just something we say, that's something that's proven time after time. And it might not be the first event. So never stop promoting events, even though the people that comes with you to an event might not get that, basically life-changing perspective, take that second decision to go all in. Even though they might not do that on the first event that you take them to, keep promoting events and bring people there because you never know which events is going to change whose perspective and whose life. You never know. Okay, so you need to keep promoting them and you need to learn how to promote them in the right way. Okay, and we'll of course go through that as well. But this is just the basics about all of these different steps. But finding prospects, you need to create a growing list of people you know, friends, family, co-workers, social media, old classmates, neighbors, whatever. I basically always say to everyone that creates their VIP list, don't decide for them if they're going to be interested or not. Don't decide for anyone if they are going to be willing to try this out because you never know. You never know who will start, who needs this, who begs for an opportunity like this. You never know. So it's just mean if you make that decision for them and not asking them because you assume that someone doesn't want it, okay? So you basically, the only thing they need to be on your VIP list to qualify to be on there is that would they pick up if you call them? If you call them, would they pick up the phone? If the answer is yes, put them on your list, okay? So you can go through everything you have, Facebook, LinkedIn, as many places, as many social media apps, as many contacts, whatever it is, just find people and put them on this list. The more you have, the quicker you get results, the quicker your business will grow, and the quicker you'll help people. You'll actually make an impact quicker on more people, the bigger this list is. Okay? Um, try to add people daily. So just because you finish the list, you tell your mentor, you tell your upline, my list is done. I've got the 50 to 100 names done. Let's call through them. Okay, you go through them. That doesn't mean the list is done and you'll never go back to it. You keep adding to it all the time, okay? So I know for a fact that most of the leaders here, we always have a VIP list. We always update our VIP list. We always grow our VIP list. So it's not the same as when I started, obviously, but it's still a VIP list. So I've got new people that I've gotten to know, that I've come in contact with. I travel a lot, so people from there, new contacts into my phone book, whatever it is. I always grow this list, and you want to do the same. So if you feel like, okay, I've gone through my VIP list, I don't have any more people to call, I don't have any more people to invite, my business isn't growing. Where can I find prospects? Well, you're probably not growing your VIP list enough. And this is the first step. You need to find prospects to actually build your business. You need to constantly find prospects to grow your business, to grow your income, to grow as a person. This is the first step. So you want to start new conversations with strangers daily. You want to start following people and interacting with people on social media. You want to say hi to your neighbors. Whatever it is, just always add to your VIP list. Okay? Yes, let's go to the next one. I see the same people trying to get in again. Okay, well, I'll leave that to Joey anyways. Inviting prospects. So approach prospects in a natural, friendly, non-pushy way. We don't want to push anyone. We don't want to come off as manic, or I've seen it too many times. People, they want this business so bad, which I respect, but they go about it in the wrong way because of that. So they come off as too pushy, too wild, too salesy, and we never want to do that. We always want to come off as friendly. We're here to help you. I have an opportunity that can be good for you. Do you have any questions? I'd love to answer them. We're just here to help them, yeah? So you never want to push them too much, but you always want to give them perspective, and you need to find a balance in that, okay? And also use simple scripts like if I send you a video, would you watch it? Would you watch it? We all have this script. Your mentor will give it to you once you have an affiliate launch. But this is, again, just use the system that we have, use the videos and tools that we have. You don't have to explain the whole business. You don't have to know everything. You're not here to teach everyone or anyone about the whole like network marketing industry or trading or anything like that. You're just here to ask them, do you want to watch a video with information? If I send it to you, would you watch it? Perfect. Okay. When can you watch it? And then you reschedule a call. Okay. Very simple. Like, and anyone can do this. Anyone can ask this question. Okay. Um, yeah, so like it says here, your goal isn't to explain, it's only to get them to agree to see the information. Okay, pique their interest basically. Keep the invitation short, positive, and I cannot say that word, but you can read it here. I'm not even going to try actually. And then set up a specific time to follow up once they've watched the information. Because most people actually, they might watch the video, but then if they're not contacting you straight away after that they watch it, they probably won't, or they will in months because they're forgotten about it. Okay. This is why you want to know when they're going to watch it, depending on how long the video is. Just ask them, okay, if I call you back at this time, then you have watched the video. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Then I can get your opinion at that time. Perfect. Okay. And then you let your mentor know. Very easy, very simple. Are you guys with me still? Any questions so far, or is this clear? Okay, perfect, perfect. Um, let's go to the next one if it wants to do that. Hello. Perfect. Okay. So presenting the business. So most of you probably see me, Joey, Rio, Josh, everyone, we constantly present the business. If it's on a 3-way call, if it's one-on-one with people in our team or prospects. It's gonna be, we present the business in so many different ways, but we do it every single day. In one way or another, we present this business every single day. And it's such an important skill to have, and it's such an important skill to grow because you can't start and be great at it, okay? So what you need to do is watch other people present this business and then learn it so that you can then do the same thing, okay? And before you've mastered this skill, again, use the professional tools that we have. Okay, you can use your mentor. You can use the videos that we have. For example, we have Josh video about G-Food, the introduction video. The Swedish team, they send out my introduction video. Okay, use these videos until you're confident and are confident enough yourself to do so, because otherwise you'll scare people away with your too long explanations or wrong information, giving them the wrong view of this business, and that's never gonna end well, basically. So never be too proud or too good to ask for help or to use someone else's information until you're actually confident and good enough and on that level to do so yourself, okay? We've got webinars, the GFA presentations that we do live on Zoom, for example. We have the events for prospects. Use these type of things always. Every time there is one, make sure you make the most of it. Invite as many prospects as possible. So what I used to do, well, I still do, but what I used to do is as soon as there was an webinar, I used to just in my own head, like I had the competition with myself basically, but with everyone else. So healthy competition with the whole team, with all the mentors, all the leaders. I was the one who's gonna bring the most prospects to this call. That was always my goal. So if I saw someone, they just like, oh, I have 10 prospects now, they're gonna attend this meeting. I was like, okay, so there's no way that I can have less than 10. I need to have 15 at least. If you do this, if you always keep your standards as you're going to do the most, you're going to work the hardest, you're going to invite the most people, your business is going to grow really quick, okay? So make the most out of the events we have, the Zoom presentations, the webinars, all of it, okay? Um, I think I went through it all before I read it, actually. But yeah, share stories and examples that connect emotionally. So when you start presenting the business yourself, you really want to share it in a way that people can relate. So you don't just want to give them an hour of information, okay? You don't want to give them an hour of information. You want to give them stories. You want to give them examples that they can relate to. You want to make them feel, okay? So a good example of that is we've had 3 events in Sweden this year. So the last one we had was, well, not the last one, the one before that. We had one in September and we had one in November. Okay. We did these events really differently. Like they was very different. Okay. It was the same people talking basically, but we did it in a very different way the second time. Okay. And the results were really, really different. And this is why I'm telling you this. So the first one, what we did was focusing on products and services. We focused on GFU overall. So what it is, what type of tools we have, what it is that we do, basically how it can benefit them, how the scanners works. That's that was the main focus of that event, okay? And it would make sense because they're there to learn about the products and services. Yeah, we think they're coming there to learn about G-Food, to learn about what it is that we do. But the thing is, this is not what's gonna get people started. Because at the last event we had now in November, we were focusing on storytelling. I did my story. I told them my story from start to beginning, what I've been able to achieve, where I'm coming from, the rough times, and why it was all worth it. Liana did the same. We showed pictures of, again, where we started from, where we are now, where we're going. Sammy did the same, and Josh did the same. So we had 4 people talking about their stories, and still, and and we had maybe 15 minutes actually talking about 15 minutes out of 3 hours was about the products and services. And this time the results was 4 times better. Like if you look at the actual results from the last one, I'm talking like business results, like numbers results from the last event, And this one was 4 times the numbers, okay? Behöver något. Ja, den ligger här på stolen. 4 times the results of the last one, okay? And the amount of people that was there, the amount of guests was half this time. And still the numbers was 4 times better in the results. Okay? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Stories is what will sell. You want people to feel, you want people to relate. This is so important when you present this business. Okay? Any questions on that? Any questions? Or number two, if we're good. Number two, if we're good. Good,
All
good,
good.
good. Perfect, perfect. Let's move on. So following up, always follow up at the exact time that you agreed on. You don't want to be late. If you book a meeting with someone, if you book a call, schedule a call with someone, please guys, don't be late. Don't call them an hour later. Just call them straight away when you've booked the call and always schedule a call with them to follow up. Okay? If you don't, they might disappear, they might ghost you. If you follow up straight away after they've received the information, this is your biggest chance and their biggest chance to actually want to act up on the excitement that they now have. Okay? And you always want to ask questions like, what did you like the best? Not, did you like it? Or do you have any questions? You don't want to start with, do you have any questions? Or was it confusing? Or did you understand it? No, you want to start with, what did you like the best? Because then they will mention what they like the best, and this is what they will focus on, and this is what we want. Okay? And don't try to sell, again, I've told this, I'm not going to go into it again, but don't try and sell it. Just give them perspective and give them the right information in the right way. And until you can do this, obviously, use your mentor. And one thing, guys, because I keep mentioning now, like use your mentor for 3-way calls, use their videos for information. When you actually do this, please take notes. If you have a mentor that shows up for you, that does 3-way calls for you, that gives your friends the information about the business and presents the business, do you guys actually sit on this call and take notes on what your mentor says? Drop a number one if that's what you do. If you actually, like, and please be honest, please be honest. Drop a number one if you do, and drop a number two if this is something you need to be better at. Okay, perfect. I only see ones. I see some twos. Thank you for being honest. Great. Because if you don't take notes on how someone else is presenting the business, on how someone else is closing people, on how someone else is following up with people, how are you ever going to remember what they said and be able to do the same? And I think we all want to be, I don't remember the word, but able to do it ourselves, basically. We all want to be that. That's the end goal, yeah? So then we need to take notes. We need to actually know how to, oh, Joe is not here. We need to actually know how to do it. Um, and also remember, people need 3 to 7 exposures. Most people need to be remember about the opportunity, remember why they should start, remember the remembered of the benefits 3 to 7 times. There is going to be people that basically just sign up in a heartbeat, okay? We love them, but most people won't. And you always want to follow up with them, okay? And you need to follow up with them in different way, in the right ways, and there's different way to do this. You don't have to call them 7 times, okay? Don't hunt them down and call them every day. You're gonna scare them away. They're not gonna start, okay? They're gonna be scared. They're gonna think that you're obsessed and that you need them. They don't need you, okay? But you still want to follow up. So posting about the business on your story while you have prospects following you, that's a way to following up with them because you remember them about this business, okay? So there's different ways. If you have prospects in a free group chat on WhatsApp and you keep sending messages in there, that's also a way of following up with them. So you don't actually have to call them or message them to follow up with them. There's different ways. And we never wanna We never want them to think that we need them more than they need us, because then they will never start, or they will start with someone else. Okay. We move on. See the chat. Perfect. Okay. So helping prospects. I think this is something that most people actually forget. They think that once they've given the information to someone and they haven't said yes straight away, we might follow up 1 or 2 times, but we don't actually try to help them. We don't actually try to find why they aren't starting yet. What is maybe holding them back? Most people are going to say, no, I don't have the time or I don't have the money. But that's not usually the case. There's usually something else. They're probably scared, to be honest. They're scared. They don't think that they can do it, even though they think it works, or they're scared like they're gonna lose their money or whatever. So always try your absolute best to guide them. Don't pressure them. Find understanding for them, and just ask questions to figure out where you can help them and where you can give them the right perspective. Yeah. Ask decision helping questions. So does this feel like something that you could do? And are you ready to get started, or do you need more information? This is something that I always do. So this is what I always do. Okay. Someone contacts me, and asks for more information, let's say. I send them over the information. I tell them I'm really glad that they reached out, all of these nice things. And then I send them the information video. And most people, 99% of the people, guys, they're never gonna send a message to you again. They're gonna receive your message. They might like it. They might say thank you. And then you'll never hear from them again. And this happens to me as well. This happens to all of us. Okay. They don't just say, oh, perfect, I'm ready to start. Most people don't, some people do, okay? But this is when you need to follow up with them in the right way. And this is exactly what it is, what I type. This is exactly what I type. Hi again, hope you're good. Are you ready to get started after watching the video, or do you need any more information? Or do you have any further questions? Anything like that. So I make it professional, but not roboty, if you get what I mean. Okay. But this is basically exactly what I type to follow up with people that hasn't like answered, that ghosted basically. Okay. And then help them choose between becoming ignore this. But yeah, basically keep the process simple. You never want to overwhelm them with too much information. You might feel like you need to explain everything, or they're confused, or they're unsure. That means you need to give them so much more information. No, you absolutely do not. They're probably already overwhelmed. And if you then start to babble and try to explain how Sniper Pro works and how John Oliver thinks, you're gonna freak them out. Okay? You are going to freak them out. You do not need to teach them how we work, how it works, how trading works, how the chart works. You do not need to teach them this, okay? All you need to do is give them the shortest possible answer, but that still answer their questions. The less information you give, the better. And the more they will just take distance, basically. I've seen this so many times, and this is the biggest mistake I did in the beginning. I over explained the business. I overwhelmed every single prospect with either like sending them like a whole Bible worth of words, okay? Or I call them and I was talking for a good 20 minutes and I lost them the first 2 minutes. But I was too busy trying to explain the business, the whole thing. So you're not really helping them with giving them a lot of information. You're just scaring them away, okay? Next one, onboard new customers. This is so important. Again, this is something I wish I understood the importance of earlier, okay? This has changed my whole business. This has changed everything, okay? Onboarding new customers is so important. And again, how you do it is like critical. Okay, so you need to we have the welcome message, the get started message basically. In Sweden, we call it the start guide. Yeah, this is what we send every single new customer that starts. But we can't just leave them at that. We do tell them, please watch this within 24 to 48 hours and let us know. But again, most people won't. Most people won't actually go through the whole thing. Most people won't actually understand the whole thing. Most people will actually struggle and not tell you. And this is why every time someone starts in my business or anyone in my business, I reschedule a call on the call. When they start, on the call when they start, we reschedule a call within 48 hours. And on that call, we go through the start guide together. And I'm not telling you, like, this takes 5 to 10 minutes. All I do is make sure that they have done all of the steps. And if they haven't, I walk them through it. This will help you so much. And this will make you like you actually have control of your business. You'll know where everyone's at. You'll build relationships without even trying, basically, because you will be on the phone with them, which is the best way to actually build relationships, or in person, even better. And it will also help them get results. Okay, and this is what we want. We want them to get results, and we want them to get quick results. The quicker they go through the start guide, the welcome message, the quicker they will start on their demo account. The quicker they have started on their demo account, the quicker they will be able to go on their live account. Okay, so everything we just want them to go through it quickly, and we want to answer the questions before they get overwhelmed with information. Okay. Um, Also, of course, we can ignore this actually. But yeah, this is so important to just onboard them straight away and make sure you help them out. You want people to get results, and you are not responsible, but also responsible to get them results. You brought them into the business, make sure at least you do everything you can to help them get results and get results quickly. Okay. Promote events, the last one, the seventh step. Invite your team to attend to company events, local meetings. So basically, when we have meetups, you always want to encourage your team to come. Everyone, it doesn't matter if they're customers, if they're affiliates, you always want to make sure that they are at as many meetups and events and Zoom calls and trainings as possible. You want to plug them into the community, the trainings we have, the system, the tools. The more things and the more plugged in they are, the better the results will be, and the more probability that they stay, basically. So yeah, the more plugged in they are, the bigger the chance is that they will stay in the business, basically. And also important to think of is that we never want to tell people to come to events. I don't want to I'm not going to call Sherelle and be like, hi, Sherelle, we have an event tomorrow. You should come. She's gonna be like, okay. But some people, well, Sherelle will come, but most people will be like, well, I can't, or why should I come, or what is this event about? They will just be confused. So always explain why events matter. Explain why they create belief. Explain why they will get motivated from it, and give live examples. So either related to yourself or to someone else. Okay, depending on the person, depending on who you are, depending on how many events you've been to, and you get it. But you always want to explain to them why they should come, not just tell them that they should come. Okay, makes sense? I think it makes a lot of sense, but I do think that we do forget about this a lot of the times, and we can get better at this. And also, you never want to just send it in the big group chat or just a message, like you want to call them, or we do, or we should talk to our team every day anyways. And when you do, and there is a company event or a community event coming up, even a meetup coming up, and you're on the phone to someone in your team, make sure that you actually mention the event as well. Mention it every single time that you talk to this person. Make sure that they come, because that's the nicest thing you can do to someone in your team. And it doesn't matter if they've been here for a day or a year. It doesn't matter if they're a customer or an affiliate. You want as many people as possible to experience events, because it will change their lives. Okay. And yeah, like I said, share your own event experience, share what they've done to you, depending on the person. If they could probably if they could relate better to someone else, of course, just use someone else as an example. So for example, if I feel like Sherelle could relate more to a story about, or like Liana's event experience, I'm going to use Liana as an example because what I want to do is inspire Sherelle. I want to make her understand why she should come to the event and what she will get out of it. Okay. So yeah, that's basically how you promote events. And you again, you don't want to overwhelm them with information, just make them feel like they will get value from it. And this goes not just for events like in real life or huge events or anything like meetups, closing day at the not office anymore, but you get what I mean, or calls. We have daily calls. We have calls every single day. Make sure that your team understands why they should be on, how much they've done for you. Give them an example of someone who didn't plug in and that they never stayed inspired. They never got inspired because they weren't on these calls. Okay. So just make sure you always promote the calls, the events, everything that can keep people inspired because this is what will keep people in the business. Okay. I've been speaking for so long and I still have a few slides, but I'll go through it quickly. Some important reminders. Um, Lovely, we have a Swedish sentence here. This presentation was actually Swedish from the start, so that's why. Sorry about that. But yeah, it says basically network marketing is a profession. So you have to treat it like a real job, not like a hobby. Professional develop skills, amateurs hope to get lucky. Okay. Treat this like a real job. Do not treat this like a hobby or it will pay you as a hobby. Okay. And if you want to be a professional network marketer, you need to develop skills. You can't just hope to get lucky. That's what amateurs does. Okay. And you really need to get good at these. If you get good at these skills, I said this at the beginning, if you get good at these skills, that's really all you need. Am I offline? My computer is saying I'm offline. Can you guys hear me? Joey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Um, you really just need to focus on getting really good at these 7 steps that I've gone through, and you will thrive. It's so simple. It's not simple things to learn, it's not simple things to master, but it's very simple that this is all you need. This is all you need to get good at. Okay. But get really good at this. Like find prospects, always add to your list, always build new relationships, always have get new contacts. Okay. Presenting the business in the best way possible. Again, practice this, watch people do it, take notes while people do it, and then do it yourself. Following up, guys, don't sleep on this. You need to follow up. People are not going to fly to you. People are not going to say yes the first time they hear about this. You need to follow up with them no matter where you are, or how far you've come or anything, whatever the case may be, you need to follow up with people, okay? You need to set this as a standard. You need to get good at making decisions. You need to get good at onboarding new customers effectively and quick, and you need to get good at promoting events, okay? Is that all good? Can we get a number 1 in the chat if we're all good, if you're still with me? And can I get a number 2 in the chat if you're actually taking notes on this call? Can I get a number 2 if you're actually taking notes from this call? Let me see who's actually serious here. Jason, Alva, Eliana, Tamika, Sherelle, Natalie, Daisy. Okay, I love that. It's a lot of people. We love that. Perfect. Perfect, guys. We only have a few more slides. I'm going to be quick, not take up more of your time. Some more important reminders, you need to use the tools and systems, okay? Don't make it complicated on yourself. And also, it's not as effective. So you do want to use the tools and systems that we have. They're there for a reason. They work and it's going to work. The business is going to work for you if you work with the tools that works, okay? So just let the videos and presentations, the events do the speaking. Don't use your own explanations until you know how to, okay? If you talk too much, you will lose. It's as simple as that. Like I said, I probably lost 100 minimum prospects because I was just babbling. And I'm being so real. Like me and Liana still till this day, we joke about it. Like we should have had a call on how to turn a yes into a no within 5 seconds because we were experts on it. So we had to reflect on what we're doing. because it's not working. And then we had to do the opposite. Okay. So please just take my word for it. Okay. Don't try it out. Focus on helping, not selling. We want to help people get into the business. We want to help people understand. We want to help people get results. We're not here to sell. We're not here to convince. We're just here to help them in every way that we can. But can I also just add, this does not mean that we can help everyone. There's going to be lost cases, guys, and we need to just let that go. Don't get attached to a prospect. Don't get attached to a customer or an affiliate, even. Don't get attached to anyone, but always focus on trying to do your absolute best to help them. Because if someone quits or if someone says no in the end, you'll at least know, you will be comfortable with knowing that you did your best. You did everything that you could, because then it's just their loss. But not everyone can do this business. It's very simple. I think we can all agree on that. It requires hard work, but it's very simple. And everyone can do this, but not everyone will. And we need to accept that. We need to understand that, or else we will make our own lives very hard, okay? And then follow up until they know enough. Until they have enough information, until they have their questions asking, until they have the confidence, follow up with them. Every single one of them. Follow up often without pressure, because most people do need 3 to 7 exposures before they actually start the business. And again, Mr. Bones is a great example of that. Actually, myself as well. I think I needed way more than 7. I made the decision to start very early, but I didn't wait. I need to get my charger. One second. This is the least convenient charger I've ever had in my life. I think it's like 5 kilos just for the charger. Okay, lovely. We're back. Um, when you get better, everything gets better. If you grow, your business will grow. It's as simple as that. The more you grow, the more your business will grow. So simple. It's a constant journey of personal development. Network marketing is literally grow yourself and your business will grow. You just grow yourself, focus on personal development, focus on growing as a person, focus on growing your skills, focus on growing your mindset, your discipline. Guys, I was struggling so much. I was negative. I was depressed. I had no discipline whatsoever, like whatsoever with anything in my life. And how you do anything is how you do everything. I had none of this. Believe it or not, I had none of this. And I was not I wasn't confident either. I've worked on all of this. I've developed these skills. And that's why my business is also developing. That's why my business is growing, because I am constantly, intentionally growing. Okay? When you grow, your business grows. Please write that down. If you grow, your business grows. If you stop growing, your business will fall apart. Okay? And something that we all need to learn, and that I think a lot of us forget, is the importance of being patient. This is not a get rich quick business. Like I said, if you get really good at these skills, at these 7 steps, you will thrive. But again, it's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen this month or next month, but it will happen if you focus on growing instead of focusing on the results. You will get results if you do the actions, if you put in the work. Okay? This is a long-term professional growth. Like imagine Chris Gitanos, for example. He's invested 5 years of his life into this. So from when he was 21 to when he's now 26, he's invested 5 years of his time, of everything he's invested into this business, okay? And some people might say 5 years to invest and to do so much hard work in this business to not be guaranteed anything because you don't have a contract on it, that people think that's too much. But if you look at the results that he has now, I think that pretty much everyone would say it's worth it. He is set for life. And so is his family, so is his wife, so is his future family. Why? Because he invested 5 years of his life into developing himself, his skills, and his business. And now he's set for life, set for life. This is a long-term business. If you see the vision long-term, you will do great. As long as you don't give up and you keep putting in the work, you will make it. You will be successful. This is proven. Okay? So just don't get upset or feel like you might not always feel motivated or high energetic, but always keep putting in the work because it doesn't matter what my results are, or what Joey's results are, or what Alva's results are. It doesn't matter because your journey is never going to be the same as anyone else's. As long as you focus on putting in the work and growing, constantly develop as a person, your business will eventually grow. And so will your income when your business grows. So it will be worth it, okay? I don't remember how much we have left. Okay, this is quick. Repeat this daily, guys. Please take a picture. Please say it after me. I treat my business as a profession. I'm here to do. I'm not here to hope. I grow every single day. I hope you guys are. Is someone actually repeating after me? I can't see you guys anymore. Is someone repeating with me? Who's repeating? Who's saying it with me? Perfect. Okay, love that. Love that. We have some people. I do minimum one activity daily to grow my contact list. I speak to someone new. I add someone new on social media. I reconnect with an old contact. Small daily steps create big, very big momentum. Like I said, just focus on doing the work. That works. And your business will thrive. Okay? Next one. I help my team get results. One call, one invite, one presentation, one game plan, whatever it is, one every single day. Help someone in some way every single day. Minimum, obviously minimum, okay? And as your business grows, just add to it. Change the one into more numbers as your business grows, okay? Professionals create progress every day. Okay, I promote the next event or call. I remind someone to join. I invite a guest, a prospect. I call my team and I tell them why they should come, not just that they should come. You always want to tell them what they can gain from actually showing up because they might not see the vision that you do yet. Okay, take a screenshot of this as well, please, guys, if you haven't already. And we'll go to, is there next? There is no next. Perfect. Do we have any questions? Because guys, it was a lot of information, a lot of slides, but also a lot of repetition. I know I repeated myself so many times, but it's because it's so simple. It's not like a lot that you need to focus on. You just need to get really, really good at these things. And I'm constantly growing in this. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly getting better. But that's because I keep putting in the work every single day. Like I've decided from the second I started, I decided I'm gonna become the best. I'm not here to be average. I'm not here to be good at that and like maybe average at that. Maybe I'll leave that one out. I'm not gonna focus on that. No, I'm here to master every single skill that is required for me to become extremely, extremely successful. Because me becoming extremely successful requires me to help a lot of people. Okay? Do you guys see that? Me becoming successful requires me to help other people become successful. And I do need to actually master these skills then. Just focus on that. Don't try to figure the whole system out or do it your own way or taking information everywhere from. Just focus on the basics, focus on the skills that we keep hearing that we need to actually get good at. Everyone keeps telling me, keeps telling you that we need to master these skills. Just focus on becoming really, really, really good at those, and you will make it. You will thrive and your business will thrive, and everyone that you help will thrive. Okay? You can't thrive alone. You can't win alone in this business. If you win, if you make sure that you win, that means other people are winning too. They're winning with you because you can't win without helping other people win. This is the beauty of this business. So please remember this, guys. What books do you recommend to read? Uh, I don't remember. There's one network marketing book that's probably the best one I've ever read and the easiest one because I do have ADHD. So reading a book takes me a lot of time, um, but we still do it. But my head went blank. We obviously it's the same books that we always say, like we also have a list of this, but Think and Grow Rich, if you haven't read that, I'm pretty sure you have read that, Cheryl. But if you haven't read that, please read that. How to win friends and influence people. It's a really good book. If English is your main language, you're gonna do great. If Swedish is your main language, you might struggle in the beginning, but it's worth it. It's a really good book as well. It gives you a lot of perspective. I have the book I've read the most times in my entire life is How to Develop the Leader Within You. I think I've read it 5 times this year. It's because I love Maxwell, but just that book is amazing, and also how to develop leaders around you. But please master the skill of actually developing the leader within you first. And if you're like me, I do have ADHD. I have a hard time focusing. I often just sooner I start thinking about different things, and I know a lot of people have this. Don't get frustrated when it takes you, like when you're struggling reading, for example, or when you're struggling taking information in. I don't like even using the word struggling, but let's just be honest for 1 second. Don't get frustrated. Just give yourself some time. Just give yourself like the what do you say, like the benefit of the doubt, basically. Like you'll make it, you'll read it, you'll take in the information. You might just need a bit more time than someone else, okay? So if you have to read the same sentence 50 times, do that because all of a sudden you'll actually get into it. Yeah, be patient. Be patient with yourself and be nice to yourself. Imagine if I would have given up because I didn't understand the Forex beginner basics the first time I watched it. Because I did not. I was probably in Malaysia in my head or something while watching the video. So like just give yourself, be patient with yourself, be nice to yourself. Go again and again until you actually can take in the information until you get the hang of it. No matter if it's just a skill set or if it's information or if it's whatever it is, okay? Just be nice to yourself, give yourself some help. Patient. Any other questions? How many hours of personal development? Well, it doesn't really matter if you work a 9 to 5 or not, and it depends on who you are and where you are at, basically. But I'd say I want to say the more the better. But also I know for a fact that a lot of people get lost in doing too much. Like they just do personal development after personal development after personal development, listening to audios, but not actually doing it intentionally and not actually putting in the actually money-making activities as well. So you need to do the personal development, but you do also need to actually do the actions that's required and developing the skills, and that will actually happen by doing, okay? So find a balance in it. So I'd say like at least do an hour in the morning. Do an hour in the morning where you focus on you, where you focus on pouring into yourself. And then I'd recommend to actually just fall asleep to something. If it's affirmations, if it's writing in your, like, what's it, journaling in the evening, or if it's personal development, like an audio, whatever it is, just maybe an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, and especially if you feel like you don't have the right mindset, if you're negative or if you're in general just struggling with your mindset, then of course try to do as much as possible, but just make sure that you don't get lost in just trying to take in personal development information without actually putting in the work as well. Was that answer clear? I don't know. I hope so. Um, let's see. Okay, perfect. Any more questions, or I'll just